Oh, yes.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Sanosi Studios of Arizona, Jon Jones fat weight division vacates. Reyes versus Blachowicz for the belt. Silva Hall. Munoz versus Edgar. Mike Perry in a ridiculous bathing suit. Let's talk about it on the MMA-Holes. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, friends. How are you? Jesse, how are you?
Look at my shirt, Moss!
Yeah, that's nice, Jesse. That's a nice shirt.
Wonderful, Moss. But
Wonderful.
I'm more wonderful now that I'm wearing our brand new MMA-Holes logo shirts in the store, Moss. The MMAHoles.com link in the description.
Yeah, baby.
Just got those shirts today, baby.
They are pretty sexy and swole. Down below, check them out. Nice and bloody. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. It's Wednesday night. It's season 4, episode 28. And Jon Jones already is looking thicker, Jess.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Look how thick this guy's looking over here. Crazy. Right?
He looks like Daniel Cormier.
That maybe Daniel Cormier's body with the Philippines tattoo. Blachowicz versus Reyes for the vacated belt. I think they got that right.
Right.
Silva versus Hall, a fight that was supposed to happen before. It looks like it's back in business again. Like that fight.
Yeah.
Edgar versus Munoz this Saturday on our 4th birthday. The MMA Holes turn 4. Mike Perry, well, some outfit he's got on there. All right. Where would you like to start, Jesse?
Let's start with Dominick Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Dominick Reyes and Jan Blachowicz are set to meet.
Blachowicz
are set to meet for the vacant light heavyweight title at UFC 253, Moss, which is coming up. According to MMA Junkie, it won't take long for the UFC to crown a new light heavyweight champion after Jon Jones vacated, with Dominick Reyes and Jan Blachowicz set to meet at UFC 253 in September. After Jones announced on Monday he'd come to an agreement with the UFC to relinquish the belt, the promotion moved fast with plans to crown a new title holder. UFC President Dana White confirmed Reyes will clash for the vacant title during a Tuesday appearance on SportsCenter. This comes after an initial report from ESPN. Reyes is number 2 in the latest USA Today Sports and MMA Junkie light heavyweight rankings and will get a second chance at the belt after he fell short against Jones at UFC 247 in February. He lost a controversial decision to end the unbeaten start to his career and has been pushing for a rematch against Jones ever since. Reyes won't get the chance to run it back now, but he will get another opportunity to claim the 205-pound strap. Standing in his way will be number 5, Jan Blachowicz, who is riding a 3-fight winning streak against Corey Anderson, Ronaldo Souza, and Luke Rockhold. The Polish fighter has won 7 of his past 8 bouts overall to set up his first crack at UFC Gold. And Moss, I'm going to have to go with Dominick Reyes in this fight.
You don't have any faith in Blachowicz.
I do, and I think Blachowicz is going to be a tough contender for him. But based off what I saw when he fought Jon Jones the first time around, I'm gonna have to go Reyes.
Super chat.
Super chat from Justin at
Rumble
what?
sleeps both Jan and Reyes, in my opinion.
Nah.
Rumble sleeps. Yeah, I'm with you.
Nah.
I'm with you.
Nah.
Rumble Johnson, who was at Bare Knuckle. Bare Knuckle had a press conference with Paige. And shout out to all the MMA-Holes that were in the chat, spamming it up and saying, wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Rumble was there, looking trim. I'm a little nervous because it's been a long time since Rumble's been in the octagon, but if it is the Rumble of old, yes, Rumble smashes both of them. Blachowicz can bring it to the ground and be problematic for Rumble Johnson, and Dominick Reyes has a wrestling background as well. He's wrestled in the past. If those guys decide to bring it to the ground, we've seen Rumble fail there. But if it stays on the feet, I know Reyes has bombs. I know Blachowicz has Blachowicz has hands that could put people to sleep. But I don't know. How about when Blachowicz took out Devin Clark with that guillotine? We were standing over him, and he locked up the neck and just choked Devin out, standing over him. He could do something like that to Reyes. He could do something like that to a Rumble Johnson as well. So, you know, it's funny. I think that Reyes, let's just move Rumble away because he's not going to be fighting those two anytime soon. Maybe in the future. But if you just look at the two of them, right, I'm leaning towards Reyes because, well, I just think his hands are deadly. I really do. And seeing what he did to Jon Jones, he's proven that he is indeed a contender. But when it comes to Blachowicz,
yeah,
he has tools all over the place.
during a pandemic.
He can finish you any way he wants.
Goddamn it. Drunk savage had sex with my mom again. The absolute nerve of this guy. Moss, if you don't do something about this, I'm gonna rip your cock out of JBH's fat hands and start sucking it. I'm not kidding. Don't test me. I'll suck you all off.
Oh, poor Greg. Oh.
Is it weird that I got a little aroused by that donation? It's weird. I don't know.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
I think it's a fascinating fight. I really do.
I like it a lot, man.
I think it's a fascinating fight. I am just very sad.
About what?
Well, I'm going to miss Jon as a light heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
The GOAT. His shenanigans outside of the cage. The crazy press conferences. The crying. I'm going to miss it all. Now, he's going to heavyweight, but it's just not the same, Jesse. Oh, Jon Jones, you will be missed. I hope I can get fired up for a Reyes versus Blachowicz. And I hope Blachowicz doesn't win because I don't want to say that name anymore. So, Jon Jones, I'm going to miss you. Jesse, you going to miss Jon?
No.
No.
Nah.
What? Why not?
Get the fuck out of here with this cheating ass, steroid ass, picogram ass, running over pregnant women ass motherfucker. Jon Jones should be fighting for his chance at a title again, only at a different division, at a more challenging division. Because fuck this guy, this fucking cheater, holding his title with all the other light heavyweights just being dangled in front of him. The fuck? Give someone else a chance. A new generation here, new era of MMA.
I don't want a new era right now. I still want bones.
It's too bad.
I want the bone.
Let's get Pico Bones in heavyweight.
Will Devin Clark be able to save the light heavyweight division, Jesse? We should get him back on and ask him, will he save? Now, he's not responding to the tweets. Every time Jon puts something out there, I make sure I tag Devin Clark.
Shopping during a pandemic.
But I think Devin Clark's going to be the light heavyweight champ, Jess.
Rumble versus winner of Johnny Walker versus Ryan Spam. Yes, I said spam. Sup, bitch. Love you guys. Shout out to my boy Justin Jr. Drunk. Flat Earth. Nixie and everyone else. Yoel should fight Cejudo.
Martin Unreal.
Cejudo. Thank you. You know who Martin is, right?
Carnage.
Carnage. That's right. Rumble. How about that, though? Johnny Walker. He's got to be having a sigh of relief because now he's back in the picture again, right? Johnny Walker, a guy that said he was on a fast track to the gold.
Well, Johnny Walker has some things to say about Jon Jones leaving light heavy Moss.
Segway! Yeah! It's a fucking segway! Yeah! Oh, it locked me out again, Jim. Look at that. Now you gotta refresh. I know. I was gonna refresh.
You guys are high if you think Jones has no chance at heavyweight. When did we say that?
No. I think that Jon Jones has a very good chance of beating
against Stipe,
beating Stipe, yes.
but not Ngannou. And I have something on that too, Moss.
I don't believe...
All of Moss's mysticalness is getting squashed tonight, by the way, with the news.
Yeah, all right. Whatever. Jon Jones versus Ngannou, I feel that is not going to go well for Jon Jones. But I do feel... And I understand people are like, well, all he's got is his clobbering hands, man. He's too sloppy, and he's a fucking monster. Push that aside. Stipe Miocic, very well-rounded, who beat Ngannou. You were like, well, he beat Ngannou. MMA math, MMA calculator. No, I think that's very competitive. I think Stipe versus Jon Jones is very competitive. I feel that Jon Jones is going to run a lot. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Punch. Ding, 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 ding. Elbow. Ding, 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 ding. Knee. Ding, 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 ding. Oblique kick. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Elbow. Ding, 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 ding. Knee. Bing, ding, 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 ding. That will be Fat John. He's going to run for his fucking life and try to pick apart these heavyweights. He's not standing in the pocket. Tell me about Johnny Walker.
All right. So Johnny Walker reacts to Jon Jones vacating the UFC title, Moss. Potential move to heavyweight, saying, I'm rooting for him. Why is Johnny Walker rooting for Jon Jones at heavyweight? Could it be because it's one less guy at the light heavyweight division that Johnny Walker has to try and walk through, Moss? See what I did there?
I think he's rooting, yeah. Yeah,
you weren't listening.
Yeah, I think he's rooting for Jon Jones at heavyweight because, yeah, that's exactly what we were saying before. Yeah, Walker's got to be happy.
According to MMA Fighting, Johnny Walker believes Jon Jones would be successful if he moves up to heavyweight next. Jones announced Monday he had officially vacated the UFC light heavyweight belt and would possibly walk away from the sport despite staying on the United States Anti-Doping Agency testing pool for a few months. Bones later said, it sounds like there will be negotiations for my next fight at heavyweight, testing a potential move to UFC's heaviest weight classes. It's still up in the air what the future will hold for one of the best MMA fighters of all time, and Walker admits he was surprised by the announcement. The UFC has seen top 205-pounders move up to heavyweight in the past, most notably with Daniel Cormier becoming a two-division king, and most recently Alexander Gustafsson's failed attempt in Abu Dhabi, losing to Fabricio Verdum. If Jones does test the waters against bigger opposition, Walker says of course he will do well. Walker has also teased a move to heavyweight in the past, back when he was riding an impressive winning streak in the octagon, saying he was ready for Jones and UFC heavyweights. After losing back-to-back fights to Corey Anderson and Nikita Krylov since, Walker has his attentions turned to Ryan Spann, his opponent on September 19th, saying, quote, I'll fight Ryan Spann now and then the next one. I don't want big jumps. I'll go slowly, fighting people according to the ranking. After Ryan Spann, maybe a top 10, 9, 8, and move up slowly. Working smarter and with no rush because we can get there if we're not in a hurry.
Well, we're talking about the light heavyweight division again. It's kind of wild. The light heavyweight division is Jon Jones, right? Jon Jones is the light heavyweight division. Now that he's leaving, he's going to heavyweight. He's still the light heavyweight division. Like, we're in limbo right now. Yes, a fighter will be crowned during their fight. I don't know when it is, but Reyes and Blachowicz at 253. There you go. Someone will be crowned, will be a new champion, but Jon Jones will still be lingering over it. Some say that Sanosi said it, that he's going to go up to heavyweight and go immediately back down. We'll see how that plays out. But it's still going to be the Jon Jones division for me because he did not lose the belt.
Right.
He's vacating it. And it kind of sucks. No matter who wins that vacated belt, until they rattle off a bunch of wins, it's really not their belt. It kind of sucks. It almost feels like an interim strap. So credit to both of these guys getting a shot at gold, but it just feels weird, man. Until we get a couple of defenses or someone sits there for a little while, it's going to be really tough to latch on to the new light heavyweight champ. Now, going back to Johnny Walker, Jess.
Right.
Johnny Walker's got a pretty big hill to climb. You know? Johnny Walker sitting at number 11 at the light heavyweight division, and he's fighting Ryan Spann, who's a difficult opponent at 12. But you look at some of these guys, like a Dominick Reyes, a Thiago Santos, Jan Blachowicz. Those top three, I feel beat Johnny Walker. Glover Teixeira, he's not going anywhere. He could beat Johnny Walker. And keep this name in mind.
Glover Teixeira?
Everyone is forgetting about Glover right now. Everyone's partying about Dominick Reyes and, hey, Santos, hey, Blachowicz. What about Glover?
What about Glover?
Glover can beat you on the ground. He could knock your face sideways, teeth falling out of your head. Do you not remember what he did to Anthony Smith? Glover Teixeira has a chance now. If anyone should be excited, it's him. Give Glover a shot. But yeah, Johnny Walker's path is tough, man. He's got to go through some killers. Volkan looks a lot better too. Ozdemir.
Yeah.
Rakic.
Well, he already lost to Krylov.
Jesus Christ. Johnny's, listen, he's got a ways to go. He's got a ways to go before we be like, yeah, Johnny Walker's going to win the belt. Nope. Not quite yet. So that's how I see this light heavyweight division. What do you see? All right, so say whoever wins.
I say Dominick Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz and Santos versus the winner for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Listen, I mean, you can just tell by the rankings that that's how it's going to go. I honestly don't see Glover Teixeira fighting any of those winners anytime soon. I see the UFC saying fuck the rankings and pushing Anthony Smith up there again.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
That's what I see happening.
Would you get off of Lionheart's cock? The guy's terrible.
No, listen, all I'm saying is the guy was marketable with the last Jon Jones fight.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying is, yes, theoretically, according to rankings, Teixeira makes more sense, but the UFC might push Anthony Smith. That's all I'm saying.
Are you trolling us?
No.
Are you trolling us,
you,
Jesse?
not us.
Are you trolling the entire community?
Yeah.
Anthony fucking Smith? Did you see what Glover did to that man?
Yeah.
He made that man just completely fall apart in the cage in front of all of our eyes.
Yeah.
What are we talking about with Anthony? Were you really?
Yeah.
Out of all these guys here, you're talking Anthony Smith?
Yeah. Yes, I do, Moss. Change my mind.
I don't have to. Just watch the last fight. Watch his last fight.
The UFC's going to push Anthony Smith, mark my words.
Why would the UFC push Lionheart?
Deal with it.
But why? But tell me why, please.
I just feel that Anthony Smith is a little more marketable than Teixeira is in this particular circumstance.
Glover Teixeira, a complete sweetheart, a guy that did our show, right? Guy's very likable. He's long in the tooth. He's got hands that could put you down. He's got the grappling as well. He's a very likable guy, marketable Brazilian. You mean to tell me they don't want another Brazilian champion? What?
No.
Let's see what the chat says.
What does the chat say? Let's see here.
Oh my
We've
God.
got they'll rank Smith high, says Mark M. ESPN rankings always like younger guys. Drunk Savage says Smith is going to lose to Rakic. JBH. Justin Jr. JBH, you're a casual. Says the casual.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The scream. That's the Anthony Smith scream. Yeah. You know what? Wait, Jesse, you think Anthony Smith is going to be the next guy?
Let's see. Smith loses to Rakic, so says human. Jesse, are we pregnant yet? Says SR. I wish. I'm ready for baby time. Let's go, Moss. Let's get the baby making on.
Look at Kainoto. Smith got killed by Glover, so it's over. How about Connor then? Connor just ran over a Cowboy Cerrone, took his soul, beat him with fucking shoulder bumps.
Well,
please, Kainoto, did you forget? Kainoto, Glover's last fight. Anthony Smith got this shit kicked out of him in his last fight. His teeth were falling out of his head. Glover was apologizing to Anthony Smith in his last fight. What the fuck? What is everyone? Jesus Christ. I am not going to entertain this anymore. I am thinking drugs are involved. There's drug use in the chat, Jesse. Please.
We glitched a little bit, Moss.
That's all right. I'll fix that transition. All right. So that's that with Jesus Christ.
Conor versus Masvidal at 170.
God.
Conor got his fudge packed in by Khabib.
Oh,
Rumble
my
versus
goodness.
Teixeira.
How many belts did Anthony Smith win? Nothing. Nothing. He won nothing. What is going on? I don't understand Anthony Smith. I'm not getting this. The former middleweight who went up and had some decent fights, fought for a championship.
Just because you don't get it doesn't mean everybody else doesn't
got dominated by Jon Jones. He could have got the title by that illegal strike at the end.
Kainoto says, now it's belts. Pick a platform.
Kainoto, you are way wrong, and I'm embarrassed for your argument. So I'm going to move to the next topic before we embarrass you even more. What else do we have?
Moss, you're just moving to the next topic because you're cornered.
Jesse, listen. When it gets to the point where I start feeling bad for the
Casual.
I need to save them because honestly, I'm like the Messiah here. You know, I like to save the viewers from embarrassment. So I'm going to move on, and I'm going to crucify myself right now for this audience because I cannot withstand ridiculousness.
Dave Zilla says, I'm not understanding why y'all aren't talking about Rumble. Don't worry, bro. I have him in the news tonight.
All right.
We will.
Segue!
No, he can wait. Wait.
What?
He can wait.
Why?
He's in the news tonight. I got other shit to talk about with the Jon Jones
I like
shit.
the way we're segueing
We're
here.
not segueing anywhere.
Come on.
We're talking about Jon Jones still.
Let me get the segue in the chat. Get the segue in the chat right now.
What are you doing?
Segue.
Stop.
Segue.
Right.
Segue.
All right.
No? Oh.
Speaking of the segue, let's segue into why Moss's mysticalness is wrong.
Wait, he just talked about Rumble.
We will talk about Rumble Johnson, Mystic Moss!
I apologize for my co-host. I know you want to talk about Rumble Johnson, but we will talk about Jon Jones some more. Go ahead.
Jon Jones, Dana White says Jon Jones can fight for the heavyweight title, but after Francis Ngannou fights Stipe Miocic.
I listened to this press conference. I listened to Dana White's talk to the media, and he said that anything is possible. He cannot give you an answer on who is fighting Stipe Miocic.
Moss?
So this story is fake news.
How's it fake news? Every outlet is reporting it.
During a
Jesse,
pandemic.
I listened to the press conference. Oh my God.
JBH, you said they could market Smith off his fight with Jones?
No.
Yeah, fight he got toyed
I
with
never
for
said that.
25 minutes. You can market Reyes because of his close fight with John the Great White Hope, not a 33 to 15 50-50 fighter being Nomad Smith.
But when did
You're
I ever
crazy
say that?
hashtag Alexeoli.
So I never said that.
Take him,
But
Jesse.
thanks for putting words in my mouth, Justin. Never once said that he was marketable based off of his fight with Jon Jones. I said in my personal opinion, based off his fight with Jon Jones, he was more marketable. I did not say that that's how the UFC would choose to market him. Justin Jr.
And thank you for that donation. I'm just going to say this. I want to save Jesse, too. I want to save everyone tonight. I want to crucify myself, even for my co-host here.
Killing it.
Anthony Smith is 33-15. Anthony Smith, if you look at his record over here, he beat Gustafsson, right? Alexander Gustafsson, who I don't even know what the fuck's up with Alex. To me, he's on a 3-fight losing streak because Alex, forget about that. Forget it. Jon Jones, Glover Teixeira. You look at the record. You look at the big dance. Anytime he gets near or close or whatever, or in it, the guy fails. He flops. Seems like a nice guy. But because Jessie is a beautiful woman, and I respect her opinion, I'm going to move on to this story where Jessie says that Jon Jones is fighting Francis Ngannou.
All right. According to MMA Fighting, Jon Jones can become an immediate challenger to the UFC heavyweight title, but only after Francis Ngannou gets his title shot. That's according to UFC President Dana White, who confirmed Jones's plans to move up to a new weight class now that he's vacated his 205-pound title. Earlier this week, Jones announced that he was relinquishing his light heavyweight championship before adding plans to test the waters at heavyweight after speaking to the UFC about his future. Jones was the longest reigning light heavyweight champion in the history of the promotion, with many calling him the greatest fighter to ever compete in the sport. White agrees with that assessment, which is why he's completely on board with Jones skipping the line to fight for the heavyweight title, but not before the ferocious knockout artist from Cameroon gets his second opportunity to win UFC gold. Here's what White told ESPN. Ready, Moss?
When was this?
On Tuesday, which was yesterday.
Okay.
White told ESPN, quote, Jon Jones is the longtime light heavyweight champion. In my opinion, he's the greatest of all time, and if he wants to come back and take a shot at heavyweight championship, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But he can't just jump in front of Ngannou right now. Mm-hmm. Jones has said publicly that he's going to begin adding muscle and preparing his body for a fight at heavyweight, but there's no timetable for his first appearance in the division. Reigning champion Stipe Miocic just fought this past weekend in a 5-round battle against Daniel Cormier, which closed out their trilogy. Miocic already holds a dominant win over Ngannou from their previous meeting, but since that time, the Predator has rattled off 4 straight knockout victories with wins over Curtis Blades, Junior Dos Santos, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and Cain Velasquez. Ngannou spent less than 3 minutes of total time in the cage with those 4 opponents. That's more than enough to solidify Ngannou as the #1 contender at heavyweight, and White is not allowing anyone to jump ahead of him.
During a pandemic.
What's there to miss? Great matchups for Jon at heavyweight, and finally some new blood in light heavyweight. Finally new champion blood for the first time in 9 years other than DC or Jones. So JBH, what do you see in Smith's fight with Jones that's marketable?
Did you just miss everything that I said before?
Well, answer his question.
Justin, I see that Anthony Smith, and I argued this when Anthony Smith fought Jon Jones, that Anthony Smith may have won more rounds than Jon Jones. I felt Jon Jones did not look the way that Jon Jones is supposed to look, or that we've seen him look in the past. He just seemed slower to me. He didn't seem like Jon Bones Jones.
Who won that fight, though?
It was easy for me to argue that Anthony Smith was winning by decision. It was easy. And I made that case when the fight happened, that I thought Anthony Smith should have won that fight.
Wait, you thought Anthony Smith should have got the decision in that fight?
When the fight happened, yeah, I had made the argument that Anthony Smith should have won. And then I went back and I watched, and I understood why Jon Jones won that fight.
I mean, it's pretty clear.
Okay. Now, am I supposed to give my opinion, or are you going to debate everything?
No, I'm just you're throwing me off now. No, I'm just saying.
I'm not talking to you, though. I'm talking to Justin Jr.
Okay.
And I don't know what part of that you missed, because I consistently went back and said that Jon Jones won that fight. Consistently, even after that fight. So all I'm saying is the potential that Anthony Smith showed in the Jon Jones fight is what's marketable. And I never once said that the UFC would use the Anthony Smith fight versus Jon Jones to market him. I said I thought that fight was marketable. That's what I said. So don't twist my words and turn it around to make it seem like I said something else, because I didn't. But I appreciate your feedback, Justin.
But now, why do you think Anthony Smith is more marketable?
I told you I went back and watched the fight.
No, hold on.
And I believe Jon Jones won the fight.
Hold on. Stop yelling. I'm talking about, why do you think he's more marketable than Dominick Reyes?
I never said that. I never said that. When did I ever say that?
You just said he's the most marketable light heavyweight.
I didn't say he was the when did I ever say he was the most marketable light heavyweight? I never once said Anthony Smith was more marketable than Dominick Reyes. Never once.
I asked you, out of the light heavyweight division, who is the guy? And you said Anthony Smith.
What?
And we all were like, what?
No, you said who would you asked me who they would do according to the rankings that we were just looking at for the for the light heavyweight division.
Yeah.
I said I could see them pushing Anthony Smith up to fight the winner. That's what I said.
Yeah, of that fight.
I never said he was more marketable than Dominick Reyes.
Yeah, and we were all saying, why Anthony
Smith?
No,
don't say we were all saying. You were saying. You were saying.
You and Kainoto were trying to make sense
of
it.
The
now
potential
you're
he showed, 238 to 45 strikes, 125 to 36 significant. Compared to most people, including you, saying Reyes should have beat Jones.
So? What's wrong with me saying that?
Well, that proves that you were biased during the fight.
Yes, right? I was biased. Of course I was biased. When did I ever say I wasn't?
Okay, but...
Of course I was biased. I wanted Anthony Smith to win that fight. Why do you think I had to go back and watch it?
But don't you think...
And make the final decision that Jon Jones won the fight? Why do you think that? Why are you protecting you, Justin, like he's your son?
I'm trying to help you out.
JJ is going to be slow, just like Moss said. Whew. I want to see Francis get steep by Stipe again. The tribe has spoken.
There you go, Mark. That's Mark R's opinion. So anyway, this article that Jesse's reading is a bunch of horseshit. So if you want to say Jon Jones is not ready for heavyweight, if Jon Jones sits back and says, hey, I'm going to wait it out and wait for the winner of Ngannou versus Stipe, then I get it. But if we're talking Jon Jones being ready right now, he is going to get the shot against Stipe Miocic. No doubt about it. If Jon Jones calls up Dana White and says, hey, I'm not ready for heavyweight yet. And Stipe, you have to remember this, too. Stipe Miocic is not ready to get back into the saddle. He went 5 rounds with Daniel Cormier. I don't know if there's a medical suspension. He's going to want to rest up, be with his family, celebrate his belt. So in that time, Jon Jones may be ready for heavyweight, and he will skip the line. It's all up to Jon Jones. It's all up to what he wants. If Jon Jones wants to fight Stipe Miocic, Jon Jones will fight Stipe Miocic. It's that simple. Now, Anthony Smith, I'm not talking about him anymore. I can't because I refuse. I refuse. I'm going to get you #1 Lionheart fan shirt, Jesse. That's the next shirt we're going to get you, okay? All right. Now, you can give me more of this story if you'd like, but I think it's all #1 bullshit.
This is #1 bullshit.
What else we got in this story?
I thought you said it was all #1 bullshit. What do you care?
All right. So now that we know what the story is, let's get your side. I said my case. What's your side?
I say that Stipe is going to fight Ngannou and Jon Jones is going to fight the winner. And Ngannou is #1 contender right now, and he deserves the shot at the title. So that's how it's going to go.
If Jon Jones is ready, what's going to happen?
Nothing. He's going to wait.
He has to sit politely, right? So they're gonna sideline the greatest of all time. They're gonna say, wait for Ngannou, who lost to Stipe already. Wait for that.
Yeah. Yes. Jon Jones will wait. Ngannou will fight for. He's the #1 contender. He will fight for the title.
If we were fair, if the UFC was a fair company, then yes, I could see what you're saying. And you keep giving the UFC the benefit of the doubt and saying they will do the right thing. But the right thing is this. You got the GOAT. You got Jon Jones.
That's coming from a Jon Jones fan.
I'm not a Jon Jones fan.
You are a Jon Jones fan.
Listen, the guy's the GOAT. I'm a DC fan. If I'm a DC fan, how could I be a Jon Jones fan?
You can be both.
I even told
There's
Bones
no rules.
I'm a DC fan.
There's
I said
no
it to his
rules.
face. Listen, I respect Jon Jones. Am I a fan? Not really, but I respect that fucking hell of the guy. I really do. The guy's a beast. And he deserves a heavyweight shot. Let's have the chat settle this.
What does the chat say? After 1 year, light heavyweight division looks like Reyes champ, 1 Rakic, 2 Santos, 3 Prochazka, 4 Rumble, and 5 Blachowicz. Roberto says he wants that before Ngannou gets beat again by Stipe. Damn, hate to agree with you, Moss. Same here. I don't like Jones, but I can't deny his accomplishment, says Kainoto. Jones is a pussy, says Michael Areta. John Johnson Jones is the GOAT by far. Alex Lovell, Moss said that, and Bones left the stream.
Sure.
Shep Dog says, I hope so, though, Aiden. Sooner, the better. Mike Diddy says Jon Jones is and has always been the best fighter ever. Marker says JJ is about to embark on getting his ass beat. Big Polly says Reyes is overrated. Life and Logic says never underestimate a Mexican.
Yeah.
Marcus Clark says, Moss, let's go hunting here in Arizona. Let's do some alpha male shit.
I will be crying if we kill anything. Like, so say if we are in the desert and you take out
Alpha
a beautiful
male
donkey
shit.
or some shit
Don't
like
take
that.
it-
I'd be like,
don't-
what? I can't even go fishing. I can't even do that because the mutilation of the fish's mouth, like the catch and release. My parents went, with my brother and the kids. They all went on a boat and they're catching and releasing, mutilating faces and throwing them back into the water. They're coming back like the Toxic Avenger and they're, I'm a fish with no face. I can't do that. I don't know why. I could eat it, but I don't want to kill it. I don't. Drunks call me a pussy. He's calling me a pussy.
What?
When was the last time Drunk was hunting in Florida? Was he fucking
I appreciate
shooting bows
those
at
who
alligators?
Can appreciate life.
No, I can't do it, man. Yeah, I can't fucking hunt. Listen.
Yeah, I
if you
wouldn't
hunt
be
and you
with
eat
you.
it, I respect you. But hunting for game, I feel is a big Gaylord move. That's just maybe it's controversial, but yeah,
I'm not down
I
with
think
it.
it's ridiculous.
I'm not
But
down with
hunt
the
for the food.
sickness.
Hunt for the food. Kill it, eat it, but don't fucking throw it back into the water. What the hell are you doing?
No, I did go fishing when I was younger, Moss.
Yeah, I did too.
I did catch and release when I was younger.
Yeah, I did too. And then when I got of age and realized, hey, that fish has no face anymore. Let's throw him back in. Well, why?
Yeah.
Just what are you doing?
I one time caught a fish and the hook went through his eyeball. And I took it out and his eyeball was all fucked up and I threw him back in the lake. And
Yeah,
I still
his family
wonder
will
about
still
that
love him.
fish to this day.
I mean,
What
technically, the
happened?
fish they have something with their nervous system or something like that, where people feel like I don't know, they don't experience pain or some shit. I don't know what it is. Nor do I care. I mean, I don't know. I just can't bring myself to pull the hook out of its mouth and then its intestines or whatever the fuck's in the fish, the guts all comes out. It's just like, oh, that's delicious. Let's shove that back in and put the fish in the water. Nah, freaking ridiculous. But some people think it's fun, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we have a fight this weekend to get to, and it's Frankie Edgar versus Pedro Munoz. Interesting fight over here. Another one where it's like they add some extra age to Munoz, and then they beautify Frankie Edgar. I'm very confused by some of these posters. It looks like, I don't know. It looks like they both got some sort of work done in this picture. Looks like a bad plastic surgery. Bad plastic surgery versus bad plastic surgery. Sometimes I just scratch my head when I look at these posters. That being said, it's an interesting fight. We did a community poll, and we asked the people. Here we go. All righty. Pedro Munoz or Frankie Edgar, and 64% out of 931 peeps say that Frankie Edgar is going to get the job done. So my question to you, Chad, is are you on board with that? We'll be reacting to this fight on Saturday for our 4th birthday. By the way, we'll be going to the box on Friday to pick up whatever the hell's there. We'll open up Saturday. We are? Yeah. And, 4th birthday. We'll be reacting to this. I am still on the fence. I kind of want to go with the answer, but Pedro's kind of nasty. What he did to Cody Garbrandt, Pedro's he's a legit fighter over there. So I'm interested to see what happens. I'm very bummed that Yoel Romero's not on this card with Uriah Hall, but now Uriah's fighting Anderson Silva. Let's see what the chat says. If Edgar loses, he will still get a title shot. It seems like that's the case with him, right? Coming off of 2 clips. I thought Yair was going to smoke Frankie. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Yeah, he shocked a lot of people with that fight. A lot of people were laughing, too, saying, we all went with the hype train. Let's see. Frankie Dunn. If it doesn't affect you to not kill an animal, then eat plant-based. It's a lot easier than you think, and you can get all the nutrients, actually more, that are necessary for health. Mike Diddy, if it wasn't so goddamn expensive, I would actually do that. I would do like the Nate Diaz or some shit like that. But it's fucking expensive, man. It's expensive not to eat animals. And animals are delicious. So delicious and cheap. All right. But I would do it. I don't give a fuck. As long as it... I like to look at food as fuel, So, I'm down with it. I don't care. Meat-based diet for the win. Nate Diaz eats fish. Okay.
That's
so what's
called
the
pescatarian.
Yeah, what's the difference here? Like, what's going on here? Vegan, Gaylord, vegetarian.
Vegan?
What was it?
Vegan. I was vegan for 8 years. Vegan is you have absolutely zero animal product whatsoever. Animal product, animal byproduct. If it has anything associated with an animal whatsoever, you don't eat it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
You literally read the ingredients list of shit when you go to the grocery store because
it's very expensive to be a vegan.
Not really. There's ways that you can do it cheap.
But how do you get your protein? Like, how do you get it in a healthy way?
Beans, lentils. There's actually a lot of vegan foods that you can get that are high in protein. Tofu, really high in protein. There's a lot of
But tofu is not good for you, right? Apparently, tofu is bad for you.
It's not good for women as much as it is for men.
Well, I'm part of a woman.
But that's vegan. Vegetarian is no meat, but you can still have cheese and butter and other animal byproducts. And then pescatarian is like a vegetarian, but you can have fish.
I'm sorry. I sent Mike a text and
obviously doesn't know we're live.
Yeah, and I sent V-Neck a text and I sent Diaper John a text. Today is the anniversary of Nate Connor won the face-offs, the dramatic back and forth between the two of them. I was in the building with V-Neck and Diaper John, right? Diaper John responds, "Time flies," and V-Neck responds, "High five emoji." Well, high five back to you, V-Neck.
Oh, God.
But 4 years. That was 4 years ago. I was in Vegas for that. And that was a good time. Even though Connor got smashed. He got smashed. That was a fun trip. Anyway. All right, let's move on from vegan and all this shit. let's get out of here. What do you think about Frankie Edgar and Pedro Munoz in our
I like
community?
it a lot.
64% saying Frankie for the dub.
Last night we had a blast hanging with you guys for UFC 252. Next Saturday we are celebrating the MMA-Holes 4th birthday during UFC Vegas 7. Man, 64% for Frankie Edgar.
The answer.
Woo!
Do you agree with that?
Yikes! You know, I don't kill him. I mean, it's expected, right? I would expect everyone to go in favor of Edgar. I don't know who I'm picking in this fight.
Okay. All right. I don't know either. Well, we're going to find out tomorrow, Jess, since you're doing fight brief.
Yeah, I haven't done my notes yet.
Let's look at the rest of this card over here. Oven St. Preux versus Alonzo Menafield.
I like that fight a lot.
Not bad. I like OSP. I'm a fan. I'm a closet fan of OSP. Marcin Prochnio versus Mike Rodriguez. Mike Rodriguez, Mr. Boston man. Another Facebook guy over here. He's actually a strapping young fighter. Daniel Rodriguez versus Takashi Sato. Isn't this Henry Solstice guy? Right, I think this is his dude. I think he bets on this guy.
By the way, what's up with Henry Solstice, man?
Guy's out of his mind.
Dude, what are you doing, bro?
I think that's why he's an MMA hole.
You went crazy and started going after people in the chat. Now you're trying to go after us on our person. It's like, what's going on?
He's out of his mind. And did someone say Takashi, by the way? Are they talking about Shanna Dobson? Shanna Dobson? Is that what they're talking about here?
Shanna Dobson?
Yeah. A lot of chicks here. Agapova versus Dobson. Lemos versus Inua. How you say that name? Who the hell are they? I don't know who those two are.
No.
Hubbard versus Selecki. Grant versus Bourne. And, Funny Head. He's back. Remember this guy? This guy's out of his mind.
Wright? Jordan Wright?
Oh, man. This guy looks like he has downs, but he's fucking nuts. Light heavyweight bout. All right, I'm looking forward to that. The Beverly Hills Ninja. This guy's out of his freaking mind. I think he's from the Contender series. Minus versus Smellersburg. Valley versus... All right, listen, it's a fight night. It's a fight night. We're going to learn about some fighters. It does miss a lot without Hall and Romero, though, right?
Nah.
No? What do you mean no?
A little bit, I guess.
What? The Soldier of God? Uriah Hall?
Yeah, I think we'll see it in the future no matter what.
That's never going to happen now.
Yeah.
I mean, what about Anderson Silva, though? He's going to make his final fight versus Uriah.
Moss,
what do you think about that?
That was one of my news stories. How dare you?
Segway! Let's go, Jesse. Give it to me. Give me the mighty segue.
Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall is official for UFC's Halloween headliner. Ooh.
Oh, it's Halloween, huh? What are you going to be for Halloween, Jesse?
I'm going to be a sexy bat.
What?
Like Bad Influence Bat's wife.
Oh. All right. I'm going to be a sexy Habib. I'm going to be like a slutty Habib for Halloween. What do you think about that, Jesse?
I think it's great.
A slutty Habib. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I'll do the neck beard, the whole thing. All right. And
okay.
Shorts.
It's been more than a year since Anderson Silva stepped into a fight, but the Spider is set to return perhaps appropriately on Halloween. Ooh. Former longtime UFC middleweight champ Silva will take on Uriah Hall on the UFC's October 31st card. The bout is set to be the main event. A location and venue for the show have not yet been announced by the promotion. MMA Junkie confirmed the booking with a person with knowledge of the matchup following an initial report by UFC broadcast partner ESPN, which cited UFC president Dana White. Silva lost back-to-back fights in 2019 after a 2-year layoff that included a suspension from USADA. He lost to current middleweight champ Israel Adesanya during Adesanya's ascension to the title contention, then was stopped with a first-round TKO by Jared Cannonier in May 2019. Prior to that, Silva had a unanimous decision win over Derek Brunson in February 2011, which was his first victory since a win over Stephan Bonner.
Bonner, Jesse, not Boner.
I like saying Boner, Moz. Can I just say Boner?
Okay.
All right. Over Stephan Bonner in October 2012 after the Bonner win. He lost his title to Chris Weidman, then lost a rematch in which he suffered a gruesome leg break. Silva returned in January 2015 and beat Nick Diaz, but had the win overturned by a positive drug test. He then lost decision to Michael Bisping and Daniel Cormier before his win over Brunson. Hall has back-to-back wins after a rough stretch that saw him drop 4 of 5 fights, but all to top-shelf middleweights, including Robert Whittaker on his run to the title, Brunson, Gegard Mousasi, and Paulo Costa.
Hall's a beast, man.
In December 2018, he stopped Pavon Lewis with a third-round knockout, and in September 2019, he took a split call from Antonio Carlos
Remember
Jr.
when he was fighting Costa, though? I mean, he held his own with that dude.
Hall was set to fight Ronaldo Souza in April, but had the fight scrapped due to COVID-19 postponements. They were rescheduled for May in Florida, but Souza tested positive for coronavirus and was pulled. Hall then booked a fight with Yoel Romero for his week, but Romero fell out with an injury. Instead, Hall gets arguably the highest stature opponent of his career.
So Anderson, this is the only thing that worries me about this fight, is I hope Uriah Hall, knowing that this is Anderson's last dance, that it doesn't turn to Izzy Anderson, a respect fight. I hope it doesn't turn into that where they're just kind of respecting each other for, is it a 3-round or a 5-round fight? It's the main event, right?
I would think 5-round, right?
I would imagine. Could you imagine 5 rounds of these guys just respecting each other? I hope that's not the case. But if you look at the striking, Uriah is nasty with his striking. Anderson Silva is in the argument of GOATs. I mean, Anderson Silva is a G. Unfortunately, the steroids were, a little blemish on his resume. But Anderson is one of the guys that got me into this sport. The guy is a legend. I was honored to see him fight. Unfortunately, it was against Derek Brunson, and that fight was terrible. But just seeing Anderson fight live, I feel like I got to see Anderson fight live. I got to see GSP fight live. I got to see Conor McGregor fight live. I got to see a lot of fucking G's, Jesse. A lot of G's. I got to see Cowboy fight. I got to see... Anderson Silva is one of those guys that you want to say you were in the building to see. The guy is an absolute legend. I don't even care about the steroids. He's a fucking GOAT. So his last dance versus Uriah Hall, I think it's fitting. Striker versus striker here. Let's do it. Jess, you there? No, Jess is not there. What do you guys in the chat say? I saw a guy in the chat saying, "Who the hell is Uriah Hall?" What do you live under a rock? Uriah's a beast. The guy almost won the Ultimate Fighter, lost to Kelvin Gastelum. I don't know what happened in that. I had one of the craziest knockouts in the Ultimate Fighter history, where he sent the guy stiff down to the floor by his foot.
Yeah.
What is going on? Defeated Gegard, then lost the second one, but still.
All right. Live and Logic says he was Jon Jones before Jon Jones. Drunk Savage says he would rather see Silva versus Till. I saw Cowboy and Wonderboy Thompson live. Travis Tabor says, "Hey, Holes, check out the top of the community page when you talk about Mike Perry news." Well, there's no Mike Perry news. I have no idea why Moss threw this picture.
I put it on there because Drunk Savage dropped it in the Discord, and I felt it was only fair to put Mike Perry in this ridiculous outfit on the thumbnail. There's no reason for it. But if there is something on the community section...
Oh, God.
Segway!
Why does Moss look real and I don't?
Because that's really me, Jesse. Hold on a second. Hold on. Get ready, guys. Who put that there?
Travis.
Travis has been killing it with it. You know what we got to do? I tell you what, Travis. You keep on popping those things out. And
we're not throwing this on Instagram.
We got to put that shit on Instagram.
Not this.
No.
I don't look real.
If you get some good ones, we got to throw them on Instagram. You guys ready for this? It was really hot the other day, and I decided, hey, Jesse, you want to go to the beach? And she's like, there's no beach in the desert. I'm like, to hell there's no beach in the desert. What do you think, Jess?
It looks wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What do you guys think? I look good as a blonde there, Jess. And this is a very nice bathing suit.
You do look good as a blonde.
Yeah. Look at that, Jesse. Beautiful.
Maybe you should do that, Moss.
Yeah. Jesse, it looks very much like you. It looks like you should be wearing a burqa. Looks like you should be covering your face.
What does that mean?
I don't know. All right. Beautiful. Thank you. That's Travis Tabor.
Oh, God.
You don't like the picture, Jesse?
I like the picture. I just wish that my face looked like it belonged onto her body.
Your face is a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
By the way, Real Gamer, I saw you in the chat, and hit us up. We sent you an email for your little thing. We want to send it out, but just want to confirm. So check out your emails if you're in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, Jess, what else you want to talk about here?
All right. Paige VanZant.
Oh, God damn it, no.
They are detailing the multi-million-dollar BKFC deal that has just taken place that we've been talking about for a little bit, Moss.
Well, all right, before you talk about this, since you're bringing up bare knuckle, I just want to give a motherfucking shout out, Jesse. I want to give a shout out to Caleb
Harris.
The Lionheart Harris. Caleb Harris, who fights at bare knuckle, friend of the show. He just got a very nice company to represent him. The same people that represent Jon Jones. The same people that represent Jorge Masvidal now represents Caleb the Lionheart Harris!
Oh, let's go, Caleb!
Yes!
Killing it out there, baby! Let's go!
How about that? The Lionheart. And how about this? ESPN, like 2 days ago, put a clip of Caleb Harris knocking out his opponent.
Sports Center.
ESPN. How about that? Go follow Lionheart over here. Lionheart 2193 and say congratulations from the MMA-Holes. I mean, look at this. Very happy for him. One of the good guys in the game. First bare knuckle fighter to sign.
First round management.
With first round management. Isn't that insane? I think Mike Perry actually is signed by them too. So.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, first round's they got a lot. Hold on a second. Where is it? First round. I mean, you look at their stable of horses, you're like, holy shit. I mean, legit fighters.
Anthony Pettis, Rosenstrike, Mighty Mouse.
Look at this. Paige jumped on board too. Yeah, Mighty Mouse. Fucking crazy, man. Yair Rodriguez. It's nuts, man. They're signing. They're
Lipsky.
Whole
Jimmy
freaking
Rivera.
stable.
Whew.
So Caleb Harris to the mix over here. That's awesome, man. That's wonderful.
Let's
wonderful.
go,
Wonderful,
Caleb
wonderful.
Harris.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Follow Lionheart. It's Lionheart 2193. Okay. And back to Paige.
Paige VanZant is cashing in with her move to BKFC. VanZant has been competing under the UFC banner since November 2014. Her UFC 251 bout with Amanda Ribas was her final bout with the promotion as her contract expired. 12 Gauge made it clear that she was testing free agency as she expressed gripes over pay. VanZant told MMA Fighting that she was surprised that BKFC stepped up with such an enticing offer. VanZant mentioned that the grappling aspect of MMA has served as her downfall. She expressed excitement over being able to showcase her striking in a bare-knuckle boxing match. Malki Kawa, VanZant's manager, chimed in and discussed how BKFC became the obvious choice. She said, "It's a multi-million-dollar deal, and we're not even talking the sprinkles and the cherries that go on top of the sundae. Dave made his very strong offer. It's a 4-fight deal, so it's not anything crazy. It's a 4-fight deal, and Dave and I sat and planned out these 4 fights on how they should look and when they should be over the course of the next 16 to 18 months. And I think that if everything goes the way that we expect it to go between the three of us, Paige, Dave, and myself, multi-million-dollar will turn even bigger than that." VanZant has been open about wanting to shake the stigma of being a pretty face in combat sports. She said that she perceived brutality of bare-knuckle boxing, even when compared to MMA, doesn't faze her. While she understands that people find her attractive, VanZant says she is an athlete and a fighter, first and foremost.
Did you do the impersonation? I went to the bathroom, so. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so Paige VanZant going to bare knuckle. I'm in a minority with this, but I think this is a great thing for bare knuckle. It's good for Paige too. A lot of people are like, oh, her face could be rearranged, yada yada yada. They already spoke about Paige VanZant being the voices of bare knuckle as well. Now that I don't like at all. As a fighter, I like. But I understand that she's planning for after fighting and trying to, get other doors open. Good for Paige with that. I will not watch bare knuckle. Well, actually, we don't listen to the commentary, so we're fine.
Yeah,
but
we can watch it.
If you listen to the commentary, well, now you're really going to have to listen to the MMA-Holes because you're not going to want to listen to Paige VanZant.
Oh, my God. Did you see the right that Betch Rawlings threw in that fight? I mean, I'm telling you, the amount of damage that she's going to throw there.
There's no need. And there's no need for bare knuckle to do that. And
that's what you're going to have to deal with, though, man.
she's doing vlogging now too. I want to slit my throat. I do not understand, but hey, listen, she's happy. She shares a toothbrush with her husband, and they're happily.
Yeah, what's
ever
that
after.
about? How much?
It's
Can I ask
disgusting.
in the chat? Does anybody in the chat share a toothbrush with their significant other? Am I like the only one who thinks that's absolutely disgusting?
Someone's like, yeah, but do you eat? Like, he probably eats her ass, so isn't that worse? Like someone said that on
What?
social
There's
media.
health issues with
right?
sharing a toothbrush.
Well, eating ass too is probably health issues.
Yeah, I
with
would
that as
assume
well.
you could get like E.
So
coli or something.
I bet if her husband eats her starfish, her chocolate starfish, then he probably's like, well, I eat her
See,
bunghole.
everyone in the chat says there's no fucking way.
But here's the thing, though. Do you eat your significant other's bunghole?
No.
I don't either. But if you did,
Like that, but
then he probably does. Let's just be honest here.
then she's eating her own bunghole because she's
Yeah,
sharing a toothbrush
and then he
with him.
spits it on the toothbrush, and then she fucking brushes her teeth with her
That's
old bunghole.
fucking disgusting, man. Like, there's a lot of things
it is disgusting. I
that I
agree.
would do to be like, to go crazy, you know? But I wouldn't fucking share a toothbrush. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do that shit. That's a little much.
I wouldn't even share a room with her, let alone a toothbrush.
Stop it. Now you're being mean. Don't be mean.
But it's a good move for her in bare knuckle. The announcing thing, let's not get into that. But as a fighter, I'm interested. I'm very interested in it. So good for Paige VanZant getting paid, leaving the UFC and finding life outside of the UFC. And I have to say this, bare knuckle with DAZN. It's a nice combination there. Good for bare knuckle. They're going to be doing great. Caleb's on with bare knuckle. You got Felony with bare knuckle and Jason, the Kid Knight as well. A lot of people on bare knuckle.
Mr. October, I think you got to be trolling, bro. He says you share a bank account, but not a toothbrush. I'm pretty sure a bank account
Yes.
doesn't share bacteria
He's fucking with you.
in
like,
the
why would
mouth
you-
hole. Right?
Why? What are you addressing?
That's disgusting, bro.
Do you think he's being serious?
Whew, I don't know. If you are, though.
There's no connection. So why are you even addressing it?
Bro, back off a little bit.
Well, it worked. Whatever you did. All right. Thank you for the likes, by the way. 85 likes, 9 dislikes. Tough shit. But 85, thank you very much. Let's get those up to 100 likes with 400 people watching. Listen, I got to say this. We as a community over here are hitting our stride. We're doing very well growing this community. We have a great core in this chat. We got the best. This is the best era of the MMA holes that we've ever experienced. And we're only 4 years into this shit. Starting Saturday, 4 years. Crazy stuff. So we really appreciate all the company from the new people and especially the OGs. Thank you very much. Hit the like button. All right, Jesse, you ready to move on to the next story? Oh, and I got to give a shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much to our patrons, the people that are in our Discord. Thank you so much. And we put it on the community section over there. If you do want to do it annually, we're giving you like a month off. So a little discount for the people that are
yes.
contributing. So go over to our
Roberto.
community section and hit it. Roberto did it. Yeah.
Yeah, Roberto signed up for that.
Some people are paying $2 a month. No, you just save yourself $2. You're a
And a
$100 patron. You save yourself around $100. So go over to our patron and adjust that to help yourselves. And if you want to be a patron, link in the description. All right. There we go, baby.
All right, Moss. There's a tweet out by MMA Fighting says UFC champ Stylebender likes the upcoming match between Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier, saying, quote, I don't care who wins, but I'd rather Cannonier win so I can get a fresh body.
All right.
Says,
What's the picture I'm looking at here? I'm old.
not a picture. It's just MMA Fighting's tweet.
I can't find it, Jesse.
It's just,
I don't know
right
where it
after,
is.
Right there. No,
Where'd you put it?
right up. I'll go down a little bit. Right there.
It's Adesanya.
Fighter. Steve.
That's Beavis, Jesse. That's Beavis.
Moss, when do you think I'm going to get Steve right? Steve fighter.
Stick to your page, VanZant. Stick to your page. But that's very good. That is a good time.
Steve.
How about you do Israel Adesanya? Give me Izzy.
Daniel Cormier. I can't do Izzy. What is Izzy?
I don't know. All right. What's the story?
All right. So Israel Adesanya is saying that he likes the upcoming match between Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier, saying he doesn't care who wins, but he'd rather Cannonier win so he can get a fresh body. Basically saying that he's looking to take on the winner of Cannonier Whittaker here, even if it means Whittaker gets that rematch, Moss.
I'm down. Yeah.
I love it. I did see also last night, I had brought it up when we were playing UFC 4, that Israel Adesanya is looking to maybe follow Jon Jones up to heavyweight.
Well, hold on, Jesse. Hold on a
Not
second.
set in stone.
What?
Wait, don't get ahead of yourself. Not set in stone, Moss. He's just talking about
Another mystical prediction. That's Beavis. That is indeed Beavis. Just put your shirt over your head and be like, I am the great Canolio. I eat teepee for my
Stevie, I just call me champion.
It's Beavis, Jesse. All right. So is he looking past Costa though? What's going on here?
No. He's not.
Is he looking past him?
No. He's staying at light heavyweight. He's still going to defend his title. He just brought up the idea of following Jon Jones. There is nothing set in stone. So, Mas, don't get ahead of yourself.
If Israel Adesanya beats Costa, now this is a big hill. Undefeated, Paulo Costa, not a layup in any way. If he does, he might say to Dana White, hey, listen, if Jon Jones wins at heavyweight, he may look at Dana and say, listen, I just beat Paulo Costa, for God's sakes. Give me the heavyweight shot against Jon Jones. You know that is happening. But we need a lot to fall into place before that even happens. So let's just pump the brakes right now.
You know what else is happening,
One
Moss?
at a time. Yeah. This?
Oh, yeah, baby. Hit that like button. Let's have a party.
100 likes.
Watching fights. They're so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Bump the mics.
Bump, bump.
100 likes.
Watching fights. Fist so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Bump the lights.
Bump, bump. 100 likes. Watching fights. They're so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Bump them likes.
Bump, bump. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Bump the lights.
Bump, bump.
Yeah, baby. Yes!
The dislikes can choke on a carrot.
Powerful. Powerful. Powerful.
On a Friday, fuck off on a Friday, drink, smoke, fuck on a Friday, fuck off on a Friday, wonderful, wonderful.
Come on, baby!
On a Friday, fuck off on a Friday, drink, smoke, fuck on a Friday, fuck off on a
Friday, wonderful, wonderful. In the
Night watcher.
wonderful, wonderful. In the
Night watcher. Night watcher.
MMA on a
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the likes, guys and gals. Appreciate it. What is the next story?
Moss, I have so much fun with you.
I have a wonderful, wonderful time.
You're
with you.
lying.
Wonderful,
You're
wonderful.
lying to me. Brandon Moreno says he embraces the backup role for Figueiredo versus Garbrandt's title bout at UFC 255, Moss. Brandon Moreno is the backup guy.
I like it. I like a backup plan.
Brandon
Garbrandt,
Moreno? You like that?
he would be, if Cody wasn't there, it would be him anyway. So yeah, I do like it. I'd rather see Cody Garbrandt, of course.
Okay.
But what if this? Wait, hold on a second. What if Figueiredo gets hurt or misses weight? He has missed weight. He's the
Brandon
backup.
Moreno. It'd be Garbrandт Moreno.
So Garbrandt would fight, but not for a vacated belt.
Brandon Moreno is the backup no matter what.
Wait a second. Hold on.
That's what they're saying here.
Hold up.
Let me read it to you.
Wait.
Wait, let me read it to
So
you.
Cody's just going to fight recklessly for no belt then?
What do you mean?
He would fight at 125. He's cutting all this weight to
So-
get to 125. And he's going to fight a guy that fills in for no belt. Does that make any sense for Cody?
I guess if the UFC's just looking to fill the spot for Cody, then yeah, Cody would fight for no belt.
This spot here is if Cody doesn't make weight. That's what I'm thinking. What's the story? Give me the story because
All
this
right.
doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Brandon Moreno won't think twice about stepping in on short notice to fight for UFC gold, Moss.
For gold. So that
For
means
gold.
if Cody Garbrandt,
So if something happens to Figueiredo, then I would assume
they're going to strip him?
I listen. That's what
No,
it
they're
says.
not.
It
They're
says
not.
on short notice to fight for gold.
Okay, so if Cody Garbrandt, who we haven't seen at 125 yet, if he doesn't make weight, then Moreno's going to fill in. Now it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, not Figueiredo. Figueiredo doesn't make
Right.
weight. He's not going to fight Garbrandt for the belt. That makes zero sense.
Right. Okay. The flyweight contender welcomes being a backup opponent for the title fight, pitting champion Davison Figueiredo against former bantamweight champ Cody Garbrandt in the main event of UFC 255. Moreno is already scheduled to compete on the November 21st card against Alex Perez.
Wait, hold on a second. We got Kainoto coming in.
I hope she falls on her face at BKB. Hey, for probably on the spectrum guy like me caught her slipping when she said she was negotiating with BKB for a long time. You think someone at the UFC also caught it?
No.
I guess what I'm saying is I hope they sue her.
No.
Oh, my God. I don't think they're going to sue her. My goodness, Kainoto's going raw dog on
Caught her
Paige.
when she was negotiating.
They mentioned the UFC sues her.
No, they're not going to sue her.
Nah, she's just riding off into the sunset.
If you saw Dana White's last interview about Paige VanZant, he's just happy to get rid of her. Like, he's just happy that she's no longer a worry for the UFC. You know, I don't think he gives a fuck.
All right.
The Mexican competitor hoped to fight sooner than November, but understands why the UFC wants him on that event, given Garbrandt never has competed at 125 pounds, saying, quote, I told them if I'm not fighting for the title, then give me a fight for October or even September. I don't know why I need to wait that long, but they insisted it was in November so I could be on the same card and be a replacement, and I have to be conscious of that possibility. Obviously, when you're fighting for a championship belt, you want to be 100% focused on a single rival, but those opportunities don't come around twice in life, so you have to be ready for anything. Many considered Moreno next in line for the belt, given he's the highest-ranked flyweight after Joseph Benavidez, who lost to Figueiredo for the title in July. He is also unbeaten in his last 4 bouts. Moreno, who's 26, decided not to wait for the winner Figueiredo-Garbrandt and hold on to his spot in the rankings, as he thought the division could have moved on without him. Saying, quote, at the end of the day, I felt like I could get demoted from my spot. I felt like if I told the UFC, because they immediately offered me the fight against Alex, I felt like if they said no, they could make Alex Perez versus Askar Askarov, and the winner, if the performance is convincing, they could get the title shot and I get skipped again. That would leave me in a bad position, so I felt like I wasn't in the position to pass it on. If
Wait,
Figueiredo,
hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have probably been listening better. This is Figueiredo saying this?
Yeah. No, this is Moreno.
Okay. I mean Moreno, excuse me. So what does he mean passed on?
No, he's saying that if he had passed up this opportunity of being on the card but also being the backup for the main event, he would never get this opportunity again because
okay, I see. Yeah.
They immediately offered him the fight against Alex Perez, and if that happened, they would have given him Askar Askarov, and then they would have gotten the title shot. So he didn't want to miss his opportunity.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry, I was zoning out for a second, but yeah, I think it's a good move by him. It's a nice strategy move.
He said, so even if Figueiredo, who's the champ, he's still not in a position to be making fights. So imagine me. I felt like I could have easily been put aside, so I felt like this wasn't the time to wait. It was the right time to take the risk because Alex Perez is tough fight. It's a fight one can lose, so I'd rather take the risk now that I'm feeling stronger mentally and physically, and I'm a much hungrier fighter.
There's no risk, and he's going to get paid, too. The UFC is going to pay him. If he's staying ready for that fight as a backup, the UFC will pay him.
But what he's saying is when you're fighting for a title shot, you want to be 100% ready for one opponent, right? But now he has to stay 100% ready for 2 opponents because if he doesn't back up, it's Alex Perez. If he does back up, it's Figueiredo, you know?
Listen, you don't really get many shots in this game, and flyweights, we're all over the place with this thing. Until we get a solid, champion that's going to be sitting there for a little while and the rankings all come together nicely, it's a free-for-all. It's a complete free-for-all. It's people going down trying to grab belts, and it's just a mess. So I don't blame Moreno for doing this.
Yeah. No, I agree. Listen, I'm not like the biggest fan of Moreno Figueiredo. I'd rather see Figueiredo versus Garbrandt, even though I don't like Garbrandt. Like, Moreno being the backup, I'm like, But at the same time, I understand, I get it. So
all right.
It is what it is.
All right. So let me know what you think in the chat. Let's move on to the next. Where you going? Oh, you got to pee again? All right. Well, let me know what you think. Do you like Moreno staying ready for that fight in case Garbrandt doesn't get it done? I got to think that Garbrandt's going to be a professional and make weight, a former champion, Cody Garbrandt. But we'll see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's cute. What's this about? This has been happening a lot lately. It's scary. Makes me sad. All right, let's see what they say. This dude loves to fight. Sergio Pettis should come back from the Bellator challenge for the belt. Moreno is underrated. I think he's pretty highly rated, to be honest. I think a lot of people are on board with Moreno. He's been a lot of fun in his fights. So he can be a player. Especially, the division's wide open right now. There's no Mighty Mouse and Henry Cejudo. Figueiredo looks very good. I don't know if he's going to be budged right yet, but I think it's a smart move, says Kalin. Does Dana like him? I don't know. It's a good question. Ask Dana. He could win a belt, but in my opinion, not good enough to defend it multiple times, says Mike Diddy. That was Conor versus Nate's second anniversary, says Moronic Energy. Is it? No, it was the first one. It was the first one. Cody will end up like TJ. But the house on Sato, how many more emails will I get? He's sending you emails too? All right. I mean, I don't want to get involved in it. I don't know what the hell's going on here. That's kind of crazy. And how are you getting emails? How does he know your email?
It's not storming yet.
Look at what Jones said to Adesanya on ESPN MMA's posts. Did he, hold on, is it a tweet?
Guys. TheMMAHoles.com. Check out our store. Look at this shit.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yes, baby. Yes. Let's see. Jon Jones. I don't know where it's at. Put it on the MMAHoles.com community section, and we'll check it out. Let us know if it's on there. And we'll check out what John said. My shirt came in the mail. Hell yeah, Ninja Choke. Yeah, baby. Yes.
Wonderful.
Hell yeah, baby. If you got any MMA Holes merch, post it on the community section. We'll post it on our Instagram. All right. Let's move on. What else we got here, Jess?
Dana White says in a perfect world, Zabit Magomed versus Yair Rodriguez is 5 rounds, according to MMA Junkie.
Shopping during a pandemic. Kainoto.
De La Hoya ending his retirement. Think Bob Arum has a video of him getting Eiffel Towered? Does anyone care? It's not MMA, just interesting news.
Is De La Hoya really ending it?
He said that like a year ago. He said he was done.
He should fight Dana.
And then he came back.
Oh, shit. Hold on a second. Let me post something here. I found this pretty funny. Let me not post it. Let me show it. It's a little ways back. Let's go to the MMA Holes. Why can't I go to our account? What's going on here? What's that about? What? Here we go. I thought this was really funny. What is going on? By the way, Cox is coming finally to protect our internet and save us.
Woohoo!
Thank God. All right, why can't I go to my account? Usually I click this, I'm on my... Where's the MMA Holes? What the hell's going on? What's this about? Log out? How come I can't see the MMA Holes?
Go to the little person on the left, Moss.
What little person?
Up.
All right, what person
Go
are we talking
down.
about? This?
Up.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Usually I click on the logo. What the hell is that about? So Dana White tweeted this. Fucking hysterical, by the way. So he's at the gym, and Showtime is playing an ad, right? Look at this. And listen to Dana. Wait, why can't I hear him? Hold on a second.
Oh, come on!
You hear me? Oh, come on! What does it say, Jesse?
If you don't know, now you know.
Give me a fucking break!
Okay, so Dana's at the gym. He's running on the treadmill or doing whatever, pumping some steroids in his asshole. Now, you know his relationship with Showtime, right? It's very good. Okay?
Oh, come on! Give me a fucking break!
They stole his slogan. Now, he says this every time he does his fight card breakdown. He'll tell you about the fighters that you may not know about. And he goes, if you don't know, now you know, right? So what does Showtime do?
They steal it.
Fucking took the exact slogan from him.
Oh, come on! Give me a fucking break!
His reaction is fucking priceless. Oh, come on! Give me a fucking break!
Oh, come on! Give me a fucking break!
The best. The fucking best. Why we can't get this man on our show is ridiculous. Everyone needs to spam Dana White. I do not understand why Dana White will not do the MMA-Holes. For God's sakes, get on the show. We need this man on the show. He'd be such a great interview.
Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break.
That's the face of the UFC. Love this guy. Fucking love him. The best. The best promoter out there. So he's not happy with Showtime. Do you think they ripped him off, Jess? You think they just took it right from him?
Yeah, I mean, listen. Yes, 100%.
If you don't know, now you know. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's not like he made up the phrase, you know. But the fact that he has this relationship with Showtime. Now, De La Hoya coming out of retirement. Do you think Dana White should fight him? What do you think?
No. What?
Oh, they're saying the gym is open. What the fuck? This is probably at the Apex or some shit. Or it's probably in his house.
This is definitely not a public gym.
You know, Dana don't give a fuck about COVID. He don't care.
No fucks given.
It's
Biggie,
crazy.
biggie, biggie, can't you see?
All right, Jesse.
Okay.
Give it to me.
Dana White thinks the highly anticipated fight between Zabit Magomedsharipov and Yair Rodriguez should serve as a headliner. The matchup has been brewing for years, but the two top-ranked featherweights have yet to fight. They are projected to finally square off this year. Magomedsharipov and Rodriguez were linked to the UFC's August 29th headliner, but Rodriguez was forced out due to an ankle injury. Magomedsharipov accused Rodriguez of not being brave enough to show up, prompting Rodriguez to fire back and tell Magomedsharipov to wait like the little dog that he is. Rodriguez is targeting a return this fall, but no official date has been assigned for their rebooking. Rodriguez wants it to be a 5-round fight, and so does White, who says the bout is still being worked on. Tuesday was matchmaking, and we're still working on that fight, says White. He said, we wanted to do the Yair and Zabit fight, so we're waiting for Yair to get healed. I don't know how it's going to end up playing out, but in a perfect world, yes, I would like it to be 5 rounds.
All right. 5 rounds needs to happen for Zabit. It's time, Jesse.
Yeah.
It's time for Zabit. Now, you pumped up for that fight?
It's time! No, that wasn't good enough, Moss.
Okay, try it again. Try it again.
Here we go. Ready?
It's time!
Yeah, every time I see you with that gum in your mouth, it looks like there's just a tooth flopping around your face. It looks like a tooth got loose, and it's just flopping around your mouth.
At least I have fresh breath, Moss.
Very fresh. That was great. It was like I felt like I was sitting next to Bruce Buffer. Is that who you were doing?
I could have done better.
Oh, yeah. All right, try it again.
Okay.
It's time!
I'm going to teach you something,
Man,
Jesse.
that one was
That was better.
better.
That was better.
Yeah.
You got to growl. He growls. You got to growl.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the growl.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Hold on.
Okay, give us the growl. Give us the growl.
I messed it up. Hold on. Ready? Here we go.
All right, so Jesse, you growled too early.
Oh.
Yeah, but the second part, boom, boom.
Okay. All right. One more time.
So you go clean and then growl. Clean
Okay.
and then growl. Here we go.
Okay. Ready?
All right, Jess, give it to me.
It's time!
There you go.
Meh.
Very Brucey.
Meh.
How about this, Jess?
Meh.
Not bad. Not a bad Bruce.
Meh. I gotta say that should be soundbited, Moss.
516-522-0267. Give us your best Bruce
shit!
Buffer. Give it to us right
Opening
now.
up the phone lines for Bruce Buffer.
We just want your best Bruce Buffer. Just give it to us. Right now, 516-522-0267. Call up the MMA-Holes. We need to hear it. We need it in our eardrums. We need to hear the best Bruce Buffer right now. Who can top JBH? You want to try it again?
All right, you gotta top this. Now this is going to be the best one.
Bruce Buffer, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Let's hear it.
It's time.
He cut out. What happened to him?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, there it is. Try, Bruce, can you...
Did I cut out?
Yeah, your
Try
phone
again.
cut out. Try it again.
All right, hold on a sec. It's time.
All right. Thank you, Bruce. All right. 516-522-0267. Give us your best Bruce Buffer. Why am I saying breast?
Mine's
Your breast.
the best. Mine's the breast.
All right. Out of 10, rate that one. I have no idea who that was, Jess. No clue. Who could that have been?
Mine's the breast. Mine beat that one.
Your breast Bruce Buffer.
The breast Bruce Buffer.
Your breast.
516-522-0267.
They're scared, Jesse. They're scared.
Here we go. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
It's time for...
Oh, you didn't let him finish.
I don't know. I don't know what happened there. 516-522-0267.
That was all right.
Best Bruce Buffer.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
All right, here he goes. It's time.
Ooh.
Wow, look at that one.
Wow.
516-522-0267. I want you to wake up the whole neighborhood
Woo.
and give us your best Bruce Buffer.
I still think mine wins, though.
You think you're beating them?
Oh, yeah.
All right, what do you
I'm
think
beating
so
the
far?
dudes, Moss. My Bruce Buffer is beating the dudes.
All right, come on in. Let's go. Let's
We
hear
should
it.
give them a little echo. Give them a little effect.
Okay, I'll do that.
Right? On their...
Yeah, I'll do
But
that
that
right
third one was pretty good. Here we go. 806, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
All right, Jeff. Hi, Marcy. Y'all ready for this, bro?
now. I'm ready. Beautiful. That was beautiful. He
I
went
like
for it.
that one. He was trying to wake up the neighbors, Moss.
He went for it. He went for it there. That's why I like the passion. Wake up your mom, your dad, your dead family members. Wake them up from the dead. I want everyone to stop and say, what the hell just happened?
Here we go. 732, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
Justin Jr., this might not be the best, but it's time.
Ooh,
Well,
not
I gotta
bad.
say, the fluctuation on the its was pretty good, Moss.
That was pretty good. He came in with the bass.
That's pretty good. 617, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer. Oh, yeah, baby! We got a winner!
Yeah.
We got a winner!
That was it. That was great. All right, here we go. One more. 516-522-0267. Best
That
Bruce
was
Buffer.
good. That was a good one.
Wow. That was fantastic. I got chills. Bruce?
503, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
Okay, I'll try.
Wow. Did you hear that, Jesse? That sounded just like him.
It was Bruce Buffer's wife.
That was what are you talking about, Jesse? That sounded just like him. Wake up the neighborhood. One more Bruce. One more Bruce.
Okay.
One more Bruce. Give it to us. Give me a nice scream. By the way, that won, 3 calls ago? Very
I don't
good.
remember. There was a couple good ones in here tonight.
Blood curdling. I like
Whew.
that.
Wake up the neighbors. I still think mine's better than everybody, Moss.
Hey, you got some competitors there, Jesse. You have some competitors.
516-522-0267. One more, Bruce Buffer.
Man, that was the best. Mike Diddy said the last one was the best, it seems like. All right.
It's time.
All right, here we go. Last one here, Jess.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. Give us your best Bruce Buffer.
It's time.
Okay, on that note, let's go to the next story.
Oh, God. Moss,
Yes.
Is it fair to say that JBH is the best Bruce Buffer here? Let me just do it once more.
No, Jess. You can't. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin
Okay,
it. Don't ruin it. Don't do it.
I
You
just
got to
been
leave off
suppressed.
with a win. You have to leave off. You don't want to lay an egg.
It's time.
Okay, I like that last one. It was good.
Okay.
It was interesting.
Rafael dos Anjos returns to lightweight to face Islam Makhachev at UFC 254.
Interesting. This man said he had a lot of trouble getting that 155, and now he's going back.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Former lightweight champ Rafael dos Anjos is returning to his old stomping grounds to face Islam Makhachev in a matchup expected for UFC 254 on October 24th. Multiple sources close to the situation confirmed the matchup to MMA Fighting on Wednesday. The fight was initially reported by BJPenn.com. For Dos Anjos, this will be his first fight back at lightweight since 2016 when he faced Tony Ferguson before making his move back up to 170 pounds. Since that time, Dos Anjos has amassed a 4-4 record, including high-profile wins over Robbie Lawler, Neil Magny, and Kevin Lee. Dos Anjos previously held the UFC lightweight title following a lopsided win over Anthony Pettis in 2015. And he went on to defend the belt against Donald Cowboy Cerrone 9 months later. Now Dos Anjos will attempt to reinsert himself into the title talk conversation with his return to lightweight while facing one of the best and upcoming contenders in the division. Makhachev has won 6 fights in a row with an overall record of 7-1 in the UFC. The Russian most recently dispatched Davy Ramos and Arman Sarukian in 2019, but he hasn't fought yet since in 2020. Makhachev was originally scheduled to face Alexander Hernandez at UFC 249 in April, but the card was eventually moved to May due to the coronavirus pandemic. Thanks to travel restrictions, Makhachev was unable to get into the United States, and he was forced to wait for a later date to return to action. It appears Makhachev will now face off with a former champion in Dos Anjos as part of the same card with a lightweight title unification bout as Khabib Nurmagomedov takes on Justin Gaethje.
Listen, the big boys up top at welterweight are just too big for RDA. That's basically how it goes here. If there was a 165-pound weight class that was discussed, and by the way, whatever happened to that conversation? 165.
Fizzled out because the UFC's not doing it.
I mean, people were going hard, 165, 160, and then everyone just forgot about it. And I said there will never be a 165. Another mystical prediction by myself. A lot of people going hard with that shit. RDA would be perfect right there. Now he's going back down 155. He won the belt there. The guy was a nasty 155er. If he can make it clean and Khabib is on his way out with only 2 fights left, RDA may be able to slip back into that belt again. Might wrap it around his waist one more time.
That's not happening.
It's not a bad move by RDA. He's not getting the welterweight belt, tell you that much. That's not happening. So might as well, if you can make weight and do it in a healthy way, go for it, right? Right?
Right.
Yes. Connor, what do you think? All right.
Ninja
Anyway.
Choke says, I like RDA. I hate the UFC trying to use him as a measuring stick all the time. That's a hard fight. I don't know.
It is a hard fight for RDA. Actually, yeah, Makhachev is pretty good. So Makhachev is an up-and-coming chin beard, right? Neck beard guy. And neckbeards win. They're winners. And Islam is just another one that's looking to surge up the rankings. If he beats RDA, he is another stepping stone. He is one of those guys, a former champion. But here's the thing. He's won a belt already. You know, RDA's done it. He's done it impressively, too. So I can't kill RDA wherever he goes with his career from this point on. I mean, it's still a win for him. He was a champ. If he wins the belt again, it would just be spectacular. Good for RDA. But we'll see what happens. I think he can beat Makhachev.
I think you could beat Makhachev.
I really do think RDA could beat him if he can make weight healthy. Pandemic.
This is an MMA-Holes service announcement. Viewers in the audience, do what you can to save a hole. All it takes is one hit of the like button. You can give the holes a new lease on life. Please do your part. Only you can prevent holelessness.
Friday, fuck on. A Friday, drink, smoke, fuck on. A Friday, fuck on. A Friday, wonderful.
Hit that fucking like button.
Hit the like button.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Get off your fat ass and just go pink like that. You don't even have to get up. You don't have to stand. You take your phone out. You're on the computer. Punch the TV. I don't know. Hit the like button. What are we doing here with 400 people watching? Stop being so fucking lazy. All right, here we go. Next story, Jess.
Okay. Carlos Condit returns against Court McKee at UFC event on August 3rd, Moss.
Welcome back. The Natural Born Killer? Is that what was his nickname?
The Natural Born Killer.
God, when the hell was the last time Condit fought?
Yeah. Former interim welterweight champ Carlos Condit has booked his next fight against Court McGee for the upcoming UFC event on August 3rd. Multiple sources confirmed the matchup to MMA Fighting on Wednesday after Condit initially announced the
Carlos
pairing
Condit Cerrone. That's what I like to call him.
The Buck and Dex podcast. Known as one of the most exciting fighters on the entire roster, Condit has faced the best of the best throughout his career, including high-profile wins over Dan Hardy, Rory McDonald, and Nick Diaz. Unfortunately, he's fallen on tougher times in recent years after dropping his past 5 fights in a row, including his most recent appearance in 2018 when he fell by submission to Michael Chiesa. Now Condit is back with hopes of returning to the win column when he faces a former Ultimate Fighter winner in McGee. A 16-time veteran of the UFC, Court McGee first joined the promotion after winning the reality show competition back in 2010. For this fight, Court McGee will also look to return to the win column after dropping back-to-back decisions to Sean Brady and Diego Lima. The upcoming card on October 3rd is expected to be headlined by a women's bantamweight showdown with former champ Holly Holm taking on Irene Aldana.
I'm looking forward to Carlos coming back. Is he still with Jackson Wink? I'm curious if he's still training with them.
That's a good question. I would assume so, right? Where would he
go? But how old is he now? Carlos been around for a minute. He's dreamy, though. That's one thing about him. He's dreamy, Jesse. The ladies love him. And myself,
I'm dreamy.
Rumble. Here we go. Finally getting to the...
skipped right past that one, man.
What?
You know, this is our last story of the night, Moss.
Okay.
What are we going to do with the rest of our time?
What do you mean? What are we going to do?
Can I touch your penis?
All right. I feel a rumble. All right, give me the story.
Okay. According to BloodyElbow.com, Anthony Rumble Johnson explains the UFC comeback saying, "I missed competing."
Yeah?
Earlier this week, it was announced that Anthony Johnson would be coming out of retirement to make another run for the UFC light heavyweight title. Rumble has been critical of his fellow fighters for coming out of retirement only to get mopped up. But the former 2-time UFC light heavyweight title challenger admits he missed the sport during his 3-year hiatus. He said, quote, "Honestly, I missed the sport." Johnson said of his UFC return at a recent BKFC press conference, "I missed competing." He continued on by saying, quote, "So I know at one point I was against guys coming back from retirement. You usually see them getting mopped up by BJ Penn, came back, got mopped up. I've seen everybody that came out of retirement get mopped up. I just don't want to be one of those guys to get mopped up, but I still feel good. I have no injuries. While I was in the UFC, I didn't get hit much unless I lost, and that wasn't often." Johnson, who's 36 years old, hasn't fought since his submission loss to then light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier at UFC 210. Prior to that, the heavy-hitting knockout artist notched 3 straight stoppage victories over Jimmy Manuwa, Ryan Bader, and Glover Teixeira. Johnson is widely considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the UFC.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was wonderful. That was such a good read, Jesse. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Rumble coming back. We need to stop talking about it, and we need to know when. Because he is getting thinner. I still see him running around with bare knuckle. Let's go. Who are you fighting? When are you fighting? So we can talk about this. We need to talk about this. I want more Rumble. Yes, I'm glad you're coming back. I don't want to see you retired. You got bombs in your hands. You were always exciting to watch. When? When, Rumble? Are you coming back? Enough's enough.
Well, he's coming back, Moss.
When? All right, when is your guess?
Well, he's talking about coming back relatively soon, so...
Before the year's up?
Yeah, I would say before the year's up. We're going to see some Rumble Johnson action.
Light heavyweight. Let me think. How much time is left at the end of the year? Let's see. We're in August.
Hit the like
September,
button.
October, November, December, 5 months. Okay. Now, when is the fight with Reyes and Blachowicz? When is that? UFC 253.
253, yeah.
So that is not
September.
September. No, it's October.
October.
Oh, it's September.
September.
You're just making shit up. You're just
I'm
following
pretty sure
my lead.
it's September.
Yeah. It is September. Yeah. So next month is how? What?
Kainata posted a hilarious picture.
I'll show in a second. So I knew they were gonna. I just fucking knew it, man. When I saw her screaming, I'm like, "Yep, that's going on in the community section." So September what? Do you know the date?
Oh, it's pretty funny. I think it's September 9th, but don't quote me on that.
Didn't you do a story on it?
I did, yeah.
And you don't remember the
sorry
date.
that I don't remember every single date in UFC
Whose
history.
person
Moss.
is this? All right, so I'm assuming it's going to be probably early September, the 12th, right? How is it? Wait. How many weeks? 1, 2. It's like
No,
3
not
weeks. It can't be.
12th, maybe?
No, it can't be.
5th.
Wait, they're going to be fighting right around the corner. It's the next pay-per-view. Are you sure it's that pay-per-view? Is it set in stone?
September 2 or UFC 253?
Is it definitely UFC 253? That's the next
Yes.
event. I don't think so.
Yes, Moss. That's one thing I am sure.
Okay.
It's not the main event. It's just
Hold on, let's
it's
go
just
over
a
here.
fight on the card for UFC
All right, let's see.
253.
It should be a main event. So
It's not
Izzy,
the main
isn't Izzy
event.
next
Izzy's
month?
the main event.
Yeah. So is this the co-main?
I would assume if it's a title fight, it's probably the co-main. Unless they're doing like the 3 titles on one card thing, then it's not.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle, Jesse. We said we needed a co-main event on UFC 253 Adesanya Costa. And this is it. Okay. So now when is this? It got pushed back. That's right.
September 26th.
So, all right, now it makes sense. Okay. Usually the pay-per-views are early in the month, but this one did get pushed back, and I do recall that now with Adesanya and Costa. So September 26th. Let me check my schedule, Jesse. Make sure I'm free.
Okay.
Hold on a second here.
Mons, I made for dinner tonight, in case you were curious, cilantro lime chicken
Beautiful, Jesse. I can't wait to scarf
with
that down.
broccoli.
All right. Perfect. We'll eat that after the stream. Jesse, guess what? I'm free. I'm always free.
Yeah, you're free?
I got no life. All right. So September 26th, let's do it.
Okay.
So co-main event, Dominick Reyes, Jan Blachowicz, Adesanya Costa. Like it. I'm starting to like this card now. Now it's starting to come together. You got Cowboy versus Nico Price. You got Royval versus France. Gedalia coming back versus Yan. Dawodu versus Tugakavov. It's actually a pretty good fight. Abdurakamov versus Gain. Kenny versus Alatang. Espinoza versus Vork.
It's funny listening to you pronounce these names.
Sanchez versus Matthews. Jake Matthews versus Diego Sanchez. What? Guess who's back? What the? When the hell did he come back? I guess we've missed that story. This must have just been put together. So Diego Sanchez. Am I losing you, Jesse?
No.
Okay. What do you think about this fight?
I like it a lot. I always like Diego Sanchez because he comes out like an animal, you know? Like this guy, his nickname fits him. Nightmare. I like watching him. He's entertaining to me.
I mean, this guy's a legend, right? Yeah. This guy's been in so many fucking
the
crazy
dirty
fights.
Sanchez.
He likes to stick his finger up your asshole. And now he's fighting Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews from The Ultimate Fighter. Was it Nations or some shit? Canada versus Australia. Jake was supposed to be something special. He's on a 2-fight win streak. This guy had all decisions, man. Here's the choke. But all I can remember from Jake Matthews is, hey, he's a solid fighter, but he's a lot of decisions. Let's see. You got 2 unanimous. You got the loss to Anthony Rocco Martin, who's pretty tough. You got the rear naked choke on Zai, unanimous decision and a split decision. 2 losses here. Kevin Lee lost. Got knocked out. Man, for a young guy, he's got a lot of fights. 26 years old, 16-4-0. He's got a lot of UFC fights for a 26-year-old. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Look at how many UFC fights. This guy's 26, right? I remember he came out of the Contender Series young. And he's still on the roster.
Yep.
Look at this shit.
Yes, sir.
2014. Damn, man. God, time flies. Jesus Christ. Seems like yesterday. Damn, man. 2014, Jake Matthews. So now he is fighting Diego Sanchez, Who do you think wins this fight?
Sanchez.
Man, I don't know. But is Sanchez going to have his lover in the corner?
Probably not.
What are you doing, by the way? What's going on? Why are you freaking out?
I'm not freaking out.
You're going. So when the screen wasn't on, she's like,
why are you giving away all my secrets, Moss?
what is that? What's going on?
That's me saying, let's fucking move on.
No, what do you mean move on? We have no more stories. Where are you going? They're all talking about Sanchez. What do you mean move on? There's no more. What do you want to move on to? What do you want to talk about?
Phone calls.
Phone calls? Fuck that. We got a million things to talk about. You want, what the fuck? You complain about phone calls. I start coming up with topics, and you're like, I don't know what to do anymore. The fuck? If you, I need a side camera of just Jesse just fucking freaking out. So, all right, who do you have Sanchez winning this fight? Jesus Christ.
Yes, I said that. I have Sanchez winning this.
When there's no news, she starts freaking out. You're a fucking wacko. All right. So you got Sanchez. You know what? I think I'm picking Matthews. I think I picked Matthews. Sanchez, is he going to have the fucking his lovebird in the corner with him?
No.
What do you mean no? How
He
do you
got made so much fun of when that happens the last time. Why would he do that and put her in that position again?
So you're saying because he got made fun of, he's not going to do it?
No, I think he cares about her enough to not put her in that situation again. She probably knows she got fucking lit on fire for that shit. You know?
No. What do you mean she? It was the guy. It was that Zen dude that didn't have any business. No.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong person. I'm thinking
Mike
of
Perry?
Eddie. No, Eddie.
You are so
Eddie
checked
Alvarez.
out. Anyway, look at this.
No, what do you mean checked
Eddie
out?
Alvarez.
I was just thinking about the wrong person. That's all.
Eddie Alvarez's wife was never in his corner. She was screaming from the crowd.
Eddie. Yeah. I was thinking about the wrong person. Sorry.
All right, I'll leave you alone. I think you're losing your mind. So Diego Sanchez, and don't forget, this is his profile picture on Instagram. If you thought that he is not, he's completely sane. He's clearly not. Whoa, Jesus Christ, Diego. Here he is. Diego Sanchez returns to the UFC. You guys excited, yay or nay? And he's fighting Matthews. I think I might go with Matthews with a boring decision. I think he's going to try to grind on him. Although it's never boring when Sanchez is in there. You know Sanchez's finger is going to go up Matthews' ass
during
once.
a pandemic.
JBH is in another realm right now.
You're in another realm, bro. You're in another realm, brother.
You know,
don't make me go after you, brother. Just sit back and enjoy the show, brother.
What is going on?
That's none of your business, brother.
They say when you die, your spirit leaves your body. But I actually see your spirit leave your body in the middle of the show, and then something else comes into your body, like a possession. By the way, Exorcist remake. I say that you want to be a movie star
during a pandemic.
The next Linda Blair right here next to me.
What does an anthill look like? How the structure looks like differs in between species and areas. The anthill is a clever solution that makes it possible for the ants to control the temperature and climate of the nest. They move the brood to the plateau.
That's very fascinating.
Now I'm getting it from the donations too. Thank you very much. We have hit the crazy hour. Who wins? She says Sanchez. I say Matthews. But what does the fucking chat say as the caffeine is kicking in?
What does the chat say? Aiden is laughing in the chat. Crack is whack, says Life and Logic. Moss is like, help me, says Greg Cobb. Mike Diddy, JBH is a WWE fan. Perfect bro for JBH. Moss, you're atheist, remember? It's true. He always goes, God help me. But
yeah, and I say Jesus Christ, and I say God damn it, and everyone dogs on me for whatever I say God. God, I'm cool with all the gods.
does Diego still have that weird trainer?
Yes, that's the question I was asking, but Jesse was on.
I got all confused.
She was on Mars when I asked that. I think he does.
I was on Eddie Alvarez's brain.
And Eddie Alvarez doesn't. All right. Anthony Smith.
Man, you're killing tonight, Moss. You're just like you're Buzz Killio lately, you know? Like people can be in their own.
You're going full circle with the Anthony Smith.
And you're just like all nah.
All right. Anyway, all right. So what do you want to talk about then? Since you don't want to talk about this, I'm actually curious if he has that trainer. I don't see on Instagram. I don't see the trainer, so maybe he did dump him. I don't see him, man. Jesse's like the female Diego Sanchez, right? Would you stick your finger up your opponent's ass?
Yes.
For a win?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I would.
All right. Jesse would. I probably would too if I was losing a fight. My finger go right up their ass. I'm with you on that one. So Diego Sanchez versus Jake Matthews. Who else is on this card? It's not a bad card, huh?
Yeah.
Brad Riddle versus Alex De Silva. So
show the picture on the community website, Moss.
Okay, I will. I sure will. Let's do it right now. Let's go over to the community. You hungry?
My thighs.
She's slapping her thighs together now under the table. It just comes out of nowhere. Like you're like a werewolf. Like the moon turns full and you just start fucking turning into this other being.
Oh god.
Let's see. All right.
Super
Drunk Savage.
The power of Christ compels you, JBH. Devilish face.
All right, be honest. Are you possessed?
Yes.
Maybe do you ever think you come from a religious family? You might think that you might be Satan. You could be the spawn of Satan and not even realize it. You might be the Antichrist.
Yes.
Look at Jesse's eye. Look into her eyes. Is this the Antichrist? I'm kind of with her. She's got blood on her shirt. Look at her shirt. Wait. Hold on a second. What happened to our logos? Is this some sort of witchcraft? What happened to our logos? There's blood all over our logos, Jesse. Alrighty. Okay, Jesse. Easy, Jesse. All right, let's go to the community. I got to proof you the community section.
It's so weird. I was like I was like in a bad mood today, you know? Like I woke up in a good mood and then I was in a bad mood. And then I took a nap and now I'm in a good mood again, Moss.
That's great. I'm glad. Yeah, she was in a really bad mood today.
I wasn't like today. I was just, you know how like sometimes you just wake up and you're just like, fuck, like you're just you don't know why you're in a bad mood, but you just feel agitated, you know? I know you've had those days, Moss.
Yeah, but I just don't talk about it.
Shopping gourmet pandemic.
Pass the chrome.
Whatever has taken over JBH's body, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord.
Thank God there's a pastor in the chat, for God's sakes. Oh, my goodness. Pastor Crumb, thank you very much for the donation. Thank you, everyone, for the donations. Here we go. Travis Tabor putting in the photo. Is that Photoshop or is that really Jon Jones, Jesse?
I say it's really Jon Jones, Moss.
Okay, that's Jon Ngannou. Now, listen, how about this? Let's go for Travis's Photoshop versus Mystical Photoshop over here. What do you guys think? As I opted for DC's body, and Travis opted for Ngannou's body. Very close. Very, very close. Look at that. The Photoshop skills of this community is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's see what else we have on the community section. As we scroll down. Oh, there's another one. Travis dropped another one over there. Oh boy, what is this, Jesse? There's her tooth in her mouth.
This is a great picture, Moss. I might post this on Instagram. I think this is the best picture we've ever seen on the website, Moss.
That is definitely wonderful. And here's Oscar De La Hoya. Check it out, baby. Who remembers the good old days? Well, Oscar De La Hoya rocked the fishnet stockings.
Why though? You know?
Yes, those are actually real pictures, by the way.
Why, Oscar?
It's kinky.
Why?
Dana White should post the same type of pictures, right? He should do his own fishnet stocking pictures to show him how it's done. And we saw this before. Travis Tabor comes in with myself and Jesse.
My head looks all weird. Travis.
Beautiful. What a beautiful.
You made Moss look like it actually fit on his body, and my head looks like it was just pasted.
It's wonderful.
Travis.
Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to go over to Twitter, Jess. Let's go over to MMA Twitter. We did that the last time. Let's go over here, MMA Twitter. Let's see what's going on. Let's check it out, Jesse.
Okay. Let's
titillate Jesse. Let's see if there's anything good here. What's this over here? American football has nothing on the ancient Italian. Oh, what is this? Wait, hold on. So let me back this thing up.
Wait.
Jesus Christ. You got to put fucking music? Ancient Italian sports. So these are the paisans going at it over here. Look at these guys.
Calcio
he just got
Cerricho
speared.
Florentino is an early form of football. Oh, I missed it. Teams have 27 players, and every time a point is scored, teams switch sides of the field. Okay. Matches last 50 minutes, and the field is covered in sand. Okay.
It's like rugby, it looks like. Oh, but they fucking...
To make things tougher, punching is allowed and common.
Wow.
4 teams compete, and each one represents a neighborhood of Florence.
We should do our own league of this. MMA-Holes League. What is it called, this league?
What's the sport, though? Dates back to the 16th century.
Wow. I'd never seen this before. It's crazy.
It was suspended for about 2 centuries, but made a comeback in 1930.
So a goal or a touchdown or whatever is, see what they do? They have to throw the ball over the wall over here. Or throw a person, apparently. Wait, hold on a second. Where's the ball? I saw a ball go over. Maybe I'm wrong.
Person.
Yeah, there. See, he throws the... That's how you get a touchdown. Or a fucking whatever the hell, goal. You throw the ball over the wall. And then you have gay sex afterwards. Apparently, you embrace in gay sex. Look at that, all dirty men. Dirty paisans. This is actually how the coronavirus started, by the way.
Okay.
Would you play the sport, Jesse? It's great.
No.
Hit me with the ones in the chat if you'd like to give that a go.
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, it's your boy, Moss.
Yeah, but it's footage.
How dare you
It's
skip
UFC
your boy.
footage. It's UFC footage. I can't fucking show it.
Just pause it.
By the way, we got a fucking strike on... Not a strike. I don't know. I didn't look. Check not the MMA holes. But the video got taken down.
No, that...
Got taken down.
We didn't get a strike. It was like...
It's blocked.
Yeah, but we didn't get a strike on the channel.
Well, hopefully.
The video got striked.
Go check it out. We got a block.
Moss.
The video's done. Donezo. So the mystical star... Wait, you're happy about that?
No,
Fucking
I'm not happy about
music.
it, but we didn't get... the channel didn't get striked.
Okay,
It was just
that's
the
great.
video.
But video game fucking music. If you're going to put music in video games, make sure you have these artists sign off on something that you can play online, for God's sakes. It's just stupid. It's so dumb. So, that's fucking ridiculous. All right, here we go. What's this meme over here, Jesse?
What MMA defects think Usman's toughest fight looks like, with a picture of Usman? What MMA chads know Usman's toughest fight looks like?
What?
And I guess that's... I don't know.
They fought already. What?
Shopping during a pandemic.
What the hell? Oh my God, I hope he got hit with the casuals.
Yes, make it happen, Moss. There are a few people in this community who needs to have their head taken off by me.
Imagine Chrome in that league. He would stand over them he would just tower over everyone in the community. All right. I'm not sure I agree with that. Got to pause this thing. One of the best moments, Jon Jones, king of the jungle. The youngest champion of history. Well, Shabazian was going to be the youngest. So much for that, Jess. Yeah. What if you put that on John's resume? You don't say he's the GOAT, but what about him being the youngest champ? Yeah. I mean, add that to the list of accomplishments of this young man. You know? Think of that. I'm going to miss him at light heavy. What's this over here? All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gee, what the fuck? Is that a Sean O'Malley fan? Oh, my goodness. See, this is why I'm not a Sean O'Malley fan. Look at this idiot. Oh, my God. Yeah, I can't root for the guy. Sorry. Look at this idiot. He's grabbing on his dick as he's walking.
He didn't
No
grab
thanks.
his dick.
That's probably RX. Wait, is this RX? I think that's RX, Jesse. All right. What else we got here?
What are your favorite divisions? Rank favorite to least favorite. Here's mine.
Okay. Chat room, what is your favorite weight class? What is the one that you get up for? JBH, what would be yours?
155.
155. Oh, man, this is a tough question. Let me really think about this thing. How do you not like heavyweights? Because you got the finishes, right? Always exciting. You got finishability in almost every single fight. But 155 is pretty stacked right now. And it's got my boy.
My foot was up a leon.
You know? Damn, I might have to agree with you. I don't want to. I'm trying not to. I'm with you. Yeah, I think 155 might be mine too. 185 is pretty good. You got Izzy, though, there, Jess, at 185.
I like 185, yeah.
But you like 155 better as a division as a whole, right?
Right.
Man, 185 is pretty good. All right, let me look at the rankings here. I'm gonna get this right. All right, let's go. Flyweights are out. Bantamweights are getting better, but not quite there. 145s. Nah. I'm good. Let's see. 155. Did pretty good. Okay. Let's see. I tell you what. You know what? I'm switching it. I'm going middleweight. I'm going 185. Just let me look at light heavyweights. Nah. Heavyweights. Heavyweights decent. Yeah, I'm going middleweight. Middleweight's mine.
I'm more into the women's heavyweight division.
There you go. Yeah, I'm going to go $185. 155, a close second. What would be your second?
185.
That would be your second. All right, let's see what the chat says over here.
Okay, 185, 155 is Logjam. Even in the past 185, when Silva was there, he had Chael as his rival. I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't pick a division as a kid. It was always heavyweight. 155 champ doesn't fight, so fuck that. Middleweight LOL. 185 is big normal man. 125 women's. 155. JBH is a CM Punk fan. Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's true if you think about it. If you're looking at the whole life of the UFC, I might have to go heavyweight. If you're looking at the lifespan of the UFC, you know? But if you're looking at it right now, I would go 185. That's what I would do. If you're saying, hey, what is your weight class of all time, I would have to go heavyweight because it's just fire, man. You know. All right, let's see what else the chat says over here.
155, 185, 170, 205. Fuko O'Malley. Why the fuck would you want to watch women's fighting? The Conor McGregor weight class. Fuko O'Malley. 265, 155 losers. Pride had the best heavyweights. 185 loads of great matchups to make.
Okay, there you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight on this Wednesday night. It was a pleasure hanging with the boys. And we hit 39,338. We are very close to 40,000 subscribers on the channel. About to make history. Saturday night is our 4-year birthday.
Woo!
Wow. So we're going to celebrate on Saturday night. Tomorrow night, JBH, what do we got?
Fight briefing.
Why don't you make that the intro? Why don't you do that? How about it's like you singing fight briefing like that and petting a bunch of various animals. And we just switch to you just petting animals and small children just patting their head. Right? Fight briefing. And then like as that's going, it's just cutting to you just petting kids and giving food to the homeless. Right? What do you think?
Fight briefing.
Yeah, and then like a goat walks in and you just... So me. What's Friday night, Jesse?
Fuga Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you guys join in tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Saturday, we have some fights. Born on the something of August.
Shopping during a pandemic.
All time would have to be 205. You had Chuck, Tito, Jon Jones, Rampage, Randy, the Axe Murderer DC.
If we're going all time and then we say, yeah, I would still go heavyweight and then my second would be 205. Yes. 155 gets buried because, I mean, yeah, that's what I would go with for sure. But I'm still going heavyweight. All time, I'd still go heavyweight. All right. Anyway, thank you to everyone for the donations. Really appreciate it. And you check this out over here. Frankie, Edgar, Pedro Munoz, excuse me, as I'm fucking choking all over myself.
Pedro.
That is going down Saturday night, and we'll be reacting to it live. JBH, look them in their souls and say those magical words.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.